What's going on, everyone? It is Paul, the 920 Trader with 920 Trading and Trading Decoded. Today is Monday, September 9, 2024, and this is how we trade SPY today. But before we get into that, folks, if you like our videos, please go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you can be notified when we drop new content, which is multiple times a week and sometimes on the weekends. Also, don't forget to leave us a comment. We appreciate the comments, folks, good, bad, or otherwise. If there are ways that you can see that we can do a better job for the community, please let me know. I'm always open, always open. Also, don't forget to share with your friends, neighbors, family, and trading community, folks. Keep growing, folks. Help us out here. Okay, back to the chart. So we got pre-market high 544.81, pre-market low 542.22. About $1.60, $1.58, somewhere right around in there, folks, whatever that is, 58, 59 cents, right in here, folks. So that's plenty. Or, I'm sorry, $2, and not $1, but $2. So that's plenty, folks. If we can just go from pre-market high to pre-market low, we got a gap. We got a gap down here at 540.43. That gap is left over from the close on Friday, and it's right in here, folks. There is your close on Friday. So there we go. So what do we have to the upside, folks? We have one level that I'm looking at, big supply zone left over from Friday, folks. 549.93, 549.93. Back to the downside. Didn't really put anything in. I was just kind of looking for this pre-market low and then the gap, folks. So let's kind of see how this thing played out throughout the day. So right out of the gate, folks, where did we have a cross? Let me see. And we had a cross. We had a cross early, actually in pre-market, folks. So curly, across in pre-market. That obviously I didn't take it because it's in pre-market, and unless you're trading futures, you can't take anything like that. We got this push through pre-market high. I thought to myself, you know what, might make a push. Through that pre-market high, kind of see what happens. It did not happen. So I said, you know what, I'm going to see if I can take this double cross back to the downside. I was okay for the first couple of minutes on this trade, and then it just turned. Once we got this closed below VWAP, I thought we were going to go take out this pre-market high. I'm sorry, pre-market low. We already took out pre-market high. So we're going to come around and take out this 542.22, which would have been a very, very nice play to the downside. But alas, guess what? It didn't work. So I had to settle for taking this thing back to the upside. And it was a decent little play to the upside. Again, took the trade right in here at the close of 944. Took it off the table at that point here just a couple of minutes later because I realized, hey, we're pushing through that pre-market high again, got that double cross. So after the double cross, I waited a few minutes, got that close, and then that first green candle that closed right here at 9:55 took it back to the upside. And again, I was looking for a little bit more out of this play. I saw some thin volume on the 30-minute above this level. But I mean, that's about as high as it went at that time, folks. So consequently, I missed the double cross. I missed this play to the downside, which, from looking at it, it was a decent little play back to the downside. But to the downside, the next play, I said to myself, I'm not missing this play to the downside. So I took it down. The pullback, it was a nasty little pullback right in here, folks. Would have turned a nice little green trade into a red trade, but that's just one of those things, folks. We have profitable trades, and every now and again, they just turn red. That's just the reality. And I say this regularly to the group, folks. Trading is not comfortable. There's really nothing, particularly for new traders. You must be comfortable being in uncomfortable situations. Watching price action 1 minute at a time, or watching 2-minute candles, or 3-minute candles, or 5-minute candles, folks. It can be very, very uncomfortable at times, particularly, let's say you're in a trade for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Those trades can be, again, they can be very, very uncomfortable. Now, when you get that trade that's going in your favor, it's more difficult. It's much, much more difficult to hold those winning trades because your emotional brain is screaming at you to take the trade off the table. Unless the market gives you a reason for taking the winning trade off the table, you do not take that trade off the table. Leave it alone, folks. Leave it alone. But again, folks, it's hard. It's hard to do. It's uncomfortable. And again, you must be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. But again, okay, so it had crossed to the downside. I trusted the 20 on this, gave it probably just a little bit more than I would normally give it. But it's still pushing down, pushing down. Now I was looking for pre-market low on this rundown here. Did not get it. So we had a couple of candles that closed inside the 9 and took the trade off the table. So you can see what happened in here. Look at this. Look at this. I thought we were going to get another cross to the downside, so I stepped away for about 15 minutes, literally right in here. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go get some food. I was getting a little bit hungry. It was, it's 10:30 in the afternoon, or in the morning, 10:30 in the morning. So consequently, the result of me going to get some food for 15 or 20 minutes was I missed this amazing, absolutely amazing play back to the upside. And you can see that pre-market level right down here. Once we got through that level, we kind of checked it back to the downside, got that cross to the upside, and this thing just ran and it ran and it ran. And I hated not being in this trade. But I was disciplined. I was very, very disciplined. There's so many. I'm a human being, folks. I'm a human being. FOMO is real, but you have to be able to look at the chart and say, you know what? Discipline is the highest form of self-love, folks. You have to take care of yourself. You have to be disciplined. And my discipline said, you can't chase this trades. Yeah, we got to close above this pre-market high. Could have taken a trade there. But again, it's not my preferred way to do it. So again, and I probably jumped in, somewhere right around in here. I was gone for, 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, something like that. But again, price action was up here and it just ran and it ran and it ran. So we're pushing up on the day, and consequently, I said, okay, if we get another cross to the upside, let's see, I'll take that cross to the upside, maybe see if we can run up to that 549.93. And guess what? Took the cross to the upside and stopped out. That is just the way it goes, folks. Now, if you are familiar with my website or my trading plan, it very, very specifically says the first part of the trade or the first part of the play is typically the biggest, folks. The first part, and again, I'm speaking in general terms, but the first part was, and it generally is the biggest part of the move. So missed it here. I actually took puts right in here. I didn't write it down, but I did take puts in here. It was a nice little trade back to the downside. Now after that, I said, you know what? I'm probably going to wait until if there's a setup late in the day, take that late in the day. So we had this action down in here where, yeah, we had a little bit of movement. Now let's look at this on from a 5-minute standpoint, folks. Again, look at this play, this 5-minute play to the upside, and then the 5-minute play to the downside. Again, this is a dirty move right in here on the 5-minute, and you can see it on the 1-minute. We got a little bit of sustained movement in here, but these pullbacks, these are the plays, or these are the times when the pullbacks really, really start to hurt. You're getting closer to expiration. You're a couple hours away from expiration and pullback. So between theta and theta is the biggest thing. Theta will just absolutely destroy your position, folks. It's the time decay of money. The closer you get to expiration, the quicker you lose value in the play. So let's talk about plays to the upside. Again, not really trusting anything in here because it wasn't doing a whole lot. Last play of the day, what do we got last play of the day? 350 was a red doji today, folks. Right here, so a red doji, and then you're thinking, okay, we got that 54. You could have played that 54. Well, you could have, but the last time it got up here, it rejected just below. So, if you're taking anything, close to the money, you have to have a really, really fast mover in order to really do a whole lot, folks. And then we had, what do we have? I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. 6 minutes after this. So we got 63 and at the 70 cents to the upside. Would have been a really, really nice play at the money SPX. But again, it wasn't there. The play wasn't there for me, folks. It wasn't there at 350. It wasn't there at 355 for me. So at that point, I said, I'm not doing it, folks. 350 is market on close. So we get a whole bunch of orders that pour in, which is evidenced by, you can see a lot of orders. And then the last couple of minutes of the day, you see a lot of action. But if your edge does not present itself at 350, don't play the 350 candle. It's like you should play the 350 candle just like you would play any other trade throughout the day. You must, or your edge must present itself. If your edge doesn't present itself, folks, you can't put on the trade. But anyway, that's how she played out today. Really, really, really nice moves. I mean, we had this nice move to the downside and this monster move to the upside. I think we picked up maybe $4. We got 42, 42.70. We got $5. Folks, we had a single play. A single play from the bottom to the top, that's $5. Are you kidding me? That's such an amazing play. And again, if you're not in when you're supposed to be in, and then you watch this play go, all you can do is say, you know what, I hope to catch the next one. That's literally all you can do. Because if you try to chase it, which we've all done that, folks, we've all done that chase before, that's when you get the pullback, and that's when it hurts. And that's, if it's not part of your general rule set to put on the trade when it's doing something like this, leave it alone. You are compelled to leave it alone. Just like you're compelled to put on the trade. If your edge presents itself, you're compelled to leave it alone. If you miss it, folks, if you miss it. But again, thank you for spending a little bit of time with us today. We appreciate it. Now, if you like our videos, please go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way you can be notified when we drop new content, which is almost every day and sometimes on the weekends. Now, if you are interested in live daily trading, folks, this is where the rubber meets the road. We talk about every single one of these setups. Every single one of these setups, folks. Upside, downside, periods of consolidation, periods of distribution. We talk about these things every single day, folks. So again, if you're interested in live daily trading, head on over to our live trading Discord. It's called Trading Decoded. We are so confident. We are so confident that we will add value to what you are doing as a trader. We're going to give you that first week for free. Now, if it doesn't work for you, we understand that. Great. Let me know why it didn't work for you. But again, we're going to give you that first week for free. It's value, folks. That is the value proposition, is every single day talking about every single one of these moves. Okay, so again, Trading Decoded. The link for that is down below. Now, if you're interested in the 920 crossover strategy, folks, and I'm going to show you the 920 without any lines on the screen. There it is, folks. If you're interested in the 920 strategy, head on over to 920trading.com. The entire strategy is there, folks. It's all there. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on a super secret strategy that might have a fancy name attached to it. There's nothing new, guys. 920 has been around as long as moving averages have been around. And there's a reason why people use it, folks. It is an effective way to trade. But again, head on over to 920trading.com. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars. Everything you need about the strategy is all there, folks. It's all there from soup to nuts, A to Z. It's all right there. But anyway, folks, thank you for spending a little bit of your precious time with us. We appreciate it. We hope you all had a great day in the market today. But, above all else, and I say this all the time, I don't say it flippantly. I am very, very sincere when I say I hope you followed your trading plan today. The beauty is in your trading plan, folks. We can be either results-oriented or process-oriented. Being results-oriented, hey, great, fine. That might get you some short-term gains. Being process-oriented betters your chances of doing this for a living or taking, money out of the market pretty much at will. But anyway, folks, I hope everybody had a great day. We're going to do it again tomorrow. But until we see you again, folks, we will see you in the markets.